Good morning. Something's in my eye. It's probably sleep. I didn't thoroughly wash my face this morning. I rushed on everything. I just didn't feel it. Today I don't feel it. Have you ever had a day when you just don't feel it? So my office is a little bit more opened up. But the space. We started cleaning my office this weekend because we have to move my desk down. Now my desk is against this wall. And then center of the floor in the office. The center of the floor is completely open. So only thing left to do is now clean it, that side. We ran a hard line. We moved our Wi-Fi in my office, it should have been in my office the first from the get-go. We did a hard line to my computer. That way, those last storms kept kicking me off Wi-Fi. So we went on and just did the hard line. So they had to come out, and they gave my wife the blues getting them scheduled. They gave her the blues the first time she called a couple months ago because I was whining and complaining about how I need the heart line done. Which I don't know why. I think since I've gotten married, I've gotten more. Oh yeah, look at the skin wrinkle. I'm starting to get loose skin right there, so it's starting to wrinkle. What can you do? So anyway, sorry. This is protein coffee. Potte's coffee, 2 teaspoons of fiber, and then super greens mixed with water. So it's 1 scoop of super greens, 1 scoop of fiber in here too. And this is how I'm going to start my day. I should not be drinking coffee, but I am. This is not anything unusual than I've eaten before for breakfast. I need to finish this bottle of water and start another one. I be struggling on water, I'm not gonna lie. And it's not because I don't want to drink water, I just struggle. It's supposed to be 10 ounces of coffee in here, but it's about right. 2 ounces about right there. And I put a splash of, well, it's more than a splash, but I put maybe 2 tablespoons of creamer in here. My wife used Italian creamer. It's so good. The sugar-free creamer, we both don't like it too much. So, but the Italian creamer we both can use. I don't have to be at work for another 30 minutes. Actually, 45 minutes. I don't even know. I'm not even going to mess with this right now. I got 45 minutes before I need to be there. Anyway, I started to say something else. I'm so disorganized in my thoughts. And I'm just so stressed out. So much going on, and I just don't know. I don't know what to do first. I have stuff that I need to do for my personal life and my personal finances and everything for me. And then I have work stuff to do. Then, of course, stuff at the household here needs to be done. At least I'll wash the dishes. There's no longer a sink full of dishes. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. And I put up the other dishes. So there we go. So I made me a protein coffee. So at least I did something this morning. Oh, and I started a load of laundry. Laundry's going too. So I don't know. I just don't feel it today. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. I literally want to do stuff. Like I want to sit down with my personal computer and do my personal business I've been putting off for like 2 months. I want to get that done. I want to pay bills today. And then I just want I want a mental health day where there is no stress. Saturday, I was supposed to. My Saturday plans was so full. I was supposed to sleep in on Saturday and not do anything Saturday. And but you guys know my mom's house got hit by a tornado, which I'm not complaining that I had to get up. I'm not complaining about that. So, but my Saturday for 6 hours, I was cleaning out her house and moving her to my Aunt Phyllis' house, and her house still needs to be cleared out. She's gonna hire some packers to finish packing, because I work during the week. My mom's in her 70s, and my sister's not feeling that great. So physically, that's something that she can't. I don't think physically is she can tackle all that. And I remember when I packed my house to move here, it took me about 3 weeks to pack because I did it over the course of, I was working 2 jobs at the time, and they was requiring me to leave my house to be gone for like about 18 hours a day. So, but I packed when I was supposed to be sleeping. And then the last day the movers came, I still had my closet to finish packing. So, and that was a rush pack job. That made it hard to unpack. But at least I labeled things on the outside of my bin so I knew which bins went to in one room. Because at least I had the foresight to, when I packed, I had the foresight to know what stuff was going in what room and then put that on the outside of the bins and outside of the boxes. That way they got taken to the right rooms. And I color coded some of my stuff, like all my kitchen stuff was in. All my kitchen stuff had red stickers on it, so I knew they were going into the kitchen. All my stuff that was going into the hall, into our closet, in our closet with us washer and dryer in, I had it with a green sticker on it, and then the stuff in the closet in the bedroom I had with like a light blue to teal color to know that it's going in the bedroom closet. So when I was packing, even my wife's stuff and my stuff, I always had the foresight to know what rooms to label because it did make the unpacking process a lot easier. I'm not gonna lie. And then some boxes had the stuff like labeled what was inside of it, but towards the end, when we were down to the 11th hour, and I still had to pack like maybe I think I had like maybe 10 more bins back between the closet was a lot. The closet was a whole lot. And they were like, we could just take the clothing racks exactly how they are. I was like, these are some flimsy clothing racks from Walmart. They're not stable enough to be transported. You can't just lift them up and carry them out. We have to break them down, put them back together at this house. They're not drilled together. They don't have bolts holding them together. And the guy was like, really? I was like, oh, so you got money to buy clothing racks like that. The clothing racks I got, I think they're either from Walmart or they were from Amazon. I don't remember. No, they were from Walmart. But you had to take them apart to transport them. Sorry, my wife doesn't like it. My wife doesn't like it when my shoulders are showing. I don't know why. She has a feeling about that. Because it's just shoulder. You can say nothing. I don't know. Anyway, so I was like, no, you have to take it apart to transport it. And he wanted to argue with me. He wanted to argue with me about everything. It's like, I'm like, he wanted to just take the stuff and dump them and run and dump it. And it was 2 men in the truck. I remember saying to him, if you can, I asked him to load the truck a certain way so he can be unloaded a certain way. I wasn't trying to control him, but I just knew this house setup was different than the other house setup. So I asked him to please start from the basement up, because when he's going to unload the truck, the first load going out is going directly to the basement. You're going to have to use your leg muscles. It's going to be carrying. By the time you get to the end of the truck, the rest of the stuff that's going in is going to be going to the front living room, which is less walking. So you got more energy when you first start than you have when you end. And I'm like, if you can do it that way I know where this stuff is going. And I know it can be unloaded and gone in the correct place. That would make it so much easier. And he didn't really want to do that. So he did what he wanted to do. And what ended up happening was a lot of my stuff that I had marked for upstairs, like I literally wrote upstairs and put a sticker on it. He took it downstairs in the basement. So I had to go downstairs looking for bins, which really pissed me off. The amount of money I paid them to move me and to move me the right way. Are you serious? You didn't know which floors to put stuff on. And then they wanted to separate, and one group wanted to go through the garage and start dropping stuff off. The other group wanted to, but they weren't looking at upstairs. It literally said upstairs, downstairs. It literally said that. It said a game room. Once had a game room downstairs, upstairs, front sitting room upstairs. So he didn't even. It was a bad experience. And then my jewelry got lost, and finally I found it, and it was just bad. It was a bad experience. It took 6 hours. And they said it was our fault because we weren't done packing the closet upstairs. But by the time it was time for him to get the closet, I was done with it. He wasn't sitting around waiting on me. But because I told him I was still packing the closet, making sure downstairs, by the time I get upstairs, it'll be done. I think that's why he wanted to start upstairs, because he wanted to kind of stretch out the time so he can build more time, because he did build an extra hour, and that really irritated me because he really didn't need to build an extra hour. But I don't know, it was, yeah, never. I would probably use 2 men in a truck again, but just pray that I don't get him again. I don't know. His team was weird. His team was weird. And how do you complain about having to show up and do a job? Majority of the time they were complaining about, not complaining about me, but just complaining, like, they wanted to know when the first break was going to be, because one guy, I think he said he was hungover. And he said he just needed to eat or something. It's something about being hungover and he just needs to eat, and like how much it's going to be. And he kept saying it's going to be like the other job where you just didn't give us a break. And I'm like, give him a break, please. Because I don't need him breaking my shit because he mad at you. But they did break. They broke one table. They broke one table and one. I ended up having to throw the table out. I threw out a desk. I threw out a table and a bookcase that they broke. And they said it was my fault because the wood was not good, sturdy wood. It's how they packed the truck. It broke on the truck. It didn't break being lifted and carried onto the truck. When they took it off the truck, it was broken. So anyway, that was my experience with 2 men in a truck. Now, I've used them before and it wasn't that bad. But I honestly, I don't really ever, when my brother was alive, I didn't have to use anybody. It was always my brother showing up with my nephews. My brother would go over in a truck. The last time when I moved from my townhouse, when I moved up to my townhouse, the first time I moved somewhere else, my brother showed up with a truck. My nephews, my sister showed up. We packed literally, the first time I moved from a townhouse, like 20 years ago. My sister came over. I had already started packing. She came over. Helped me finish packing. We got everything. You know how you gotta get stuff wrapped up and taped up and boxed. Well, it was boxed up and wrapped up and taped up, so it's safe to load. Threw out what I had to throw out. We got everything done. We got rid of like 2 of my couches, and I mean it was cool. Then we moved it. We didn't need 2 men in the truck. My nephew and my brother moved me. And it was organized. They took it to the floors it needed to go to. You know, and they didn't, they read the bins, read the boxes, and they just did what they did. And then when I moved to the other house over here, before we moved to this house, the one before this one, when I moved there, my brother had cancer. He was battling, he had kidney failure, and a flare up with his cancer and kidney failure at the time. And he still directed and helped me move. He got my nephews. He got my nephews, his nephew, his kids, and my sister's son. They all moved me. And again, they did it in probably from after the townhouse to the other place where I was at, from that place to the other house with my wife, because me and my wife were married, and so we're moving to her place. They moved me there, and that was just an easy ass move. It was easy. Everything went well. No problems, no concerns. And they cared about nothing got damaged either. Isn't that funny? Professionals pack the truck and they damage my furniture. My brother and my nephews pack a truck. Everything gets safely delivered where it goes. And then my brother passed away 3 years ago. Or it's been 3 years? I think it's been 3 years, almost 4. I think it's 3 years. It'll be 4 years this year. He passed away, so that's why I had to use 2 men in the truck. God, I miss my brother. I just miss him. He was good. I miss him every day, though. Every day I pray for him. Every day I pray for peace. And be accepted into God's kingdom and have peace for him, because he's a good man. He was a good man, and he deserves peace. He deserves a rest. He deserves paradise. So, every day, I pray for that. God, I miss him. All right, so I'm going to jump off of here so I can start reading emails and looking at our inner office site so I can see if there's anything that we're supposed to be knowing about today. I don't know. I went off on a tangent. That was a long tangent. I don't even know the basis of the tangent. I really don't. I tell you one thing, this protein coffee is really good. I gotta call the dentist too. There's something wrong with this tooth up here. I'm doing this to myself. I need to have better hygiene, dental hygiene, better flossing. All right. Have a great day.
Good morning, y'all.
Get over it, Subbabug. I don't care. I do everything to Katie, y'all. Y'all can have one moment of discomfort. Get on the floor if you want to see it. Get behind the curtain if you want to see it. I don't care. I don't want to hear the whining.
You've been nothing but whiny today.
Hi, Cal. What face did she make about my tail again?
She did. It was so cute. She turned around, she smelled it, and she went, ew.
Cal, I'm putting you on the floor.
So no, you're not.
Yeah, she's doing it herself.
She's like, I'm going to beat you to it, Mom.
Oh, I can't tell the placement if it's good or not.
I don't know. Can't tell until you sit down. I think it'll be good.
Guys, taking a quick. I was supposed to drink this after I drank my protein coffee. I got busy at work and I didn't do it. I was supposed to. I didn't get that first morning break today because I was busy trying to fix my computer. It's fixed. The problem wasn't me. The system went offline. But I was trying to. You have to log off, log back on, log until you get back on. So I didn't get a break today.
Sorry.
Well, I never get my breaks anyway. I work through them anyway. Okay, so Amanda said that Kelly saw my kale and turned around and made an ugly face.
She sniffed it, she went, yeah. Went on out the way.
She don't like it, but it does taste really good.
Kale's a texture thing with me.
Not the way that I make it pretty soft.
I know, but it's still.
Looks pretty soft.
It's not, I'm not saying that it's not because it's crunchy, it's a texture thing. It has a funny texture to me.
And I'm saying I boiled this extra longer, so it doesn't have that same texture that you used to.
I know, I tried it, and I still don't.
I think it's just... If I close your eyes, put a blindfold on, you put it in your mouth and as you chew it, you're like, oh, that tastes good, but what is it?
I bet you not, because I've tried it.
And with a blindfold?
I would know what it is.
I'm good.
Anyway, what else is up, honey?
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm on that same case. When I get back from break, I'm going to go back to messing with it. I'm very cranky. But it'll be okay.
No. Looking for Callie. Apparently need water.
There's water in here. It's just not fresh from today. No, there's water in here.
I know.
And there's not even anything cold in it.
They're so picky about their water. That one, she'll go over and she'll look at it. Like, no, Stevie does too, though. We'll look at the bowl like, hey, put some water in there. Now she's outside looking to see what's going on out in the back. Absolutely nothing. The wind's blowing.
The look on her, you should have saw the look on her face. She just looked down in the water like. I'm supposed to drink that water from yesterday. Now I know it's still morning, but yesterday night. That's the water from last night. That's not the water from today. That water was nothing was wrong with that water. It was clear. There was nothing in the bowl. Nothing. There was nothing even floating in it. Absolutely nothing. She just decided it needs to be fresh this morning. Well, it's not morning time, but you know what I mean. But I don't know why I'm in.
You eat some of the oddest stuff together.
I really do. I was eating crackers and beets yesterday. Amanda was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I want it.
And canned cheese.
Oh, I don't even eat canned cheese, but I did crave it, so Amanda brought it. I said, "Can you bring me some little cheese?" Why don't you bring me 3 or 2?
One was American, one was cheddar.
That's crazy. I didn't ask for that, though.
I didn't know which one you wanted, so.
No matter what you bring me, I'll be okay with it because you brought it to me.
I know, but they're two very.
I'm not picky like that.
I know, but they're two very different cheeses, so.
But I'm not picky like that.
I know.
If it's something I don't want to eat, I just won't eat it. But I'm not going to be like, oh, go back to the store and get this instead of that. I just want to eat it.
If we wouldn't have ate it, I would have taken it back and exchanged it for something different. No, because it would have been open, so.
I'm not going to finish that. You know that. You know that and up in the trash can anyway. Because I won't finish it.
Yeah, but you at least ate some of it.
Mm-hmm. This is a big old hunk of chicken bone.
Mm-hmm.
So much. This chicken bone.
You have fresh water now, Callie.
She went straight there.
Crazy cat.
It passed the sniff test. Now she's drinking it.
I had to pass the sniff test.
It passed the sniff test. Because now she's drinking it.
I was like, I had to pass the sniff test.
Now she's drinking it. I want to call off so bad today. I'm just tired. It's been one problem after another.
I'm sorry.
Me too. But I should have brought a paper towel so I could collect my bones. I put a chicken. I made some kale and I put roasted chicken. I just dumped the roasted chicken in there. So it's got the carcass and everything in it. I made it taste better. And then I added a little noodles this morning to it. I mean, when I was cleaning it up, I added some noodles to it. Nothing is going on with me. Same old drama. I thought I was going with barbecue sauce on it, but it actually don't mean anything on it.
Yeah, it's good. Is that good?
Well, no, the chicken is dry. That's why I don't like white meat. I eat the dark chicken meat. I don't like the breasts and stuff like that because it'd be too dry for me. I do not like dry meat.
I'm sorry.
And I didn't make this chicken. It's the roasted chicken from Walmart. It's the lemon roasted chicken.
Oh. When did you go to Walmart?
That morning before my work. That's where I got the kale from. That's where I got the salad and the coleslaw from. I went before I went to work.
Oh, that's
before
right.
I worked
That was the other day. It's like...
And I made it back just in time.
My days are so confuzzled.
It was like after my doctor's appointment.
Okay.
My doctor's appointment was on Zoom.
Okay.
It was early. It was at 7 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
My appointment tomorrow is at 6:45 a.m.
6:45?
Yep.
At Zoom? They do them that early?
I'm gonna have that appointment by not talking. That's what that silly lady, the one that said, "Oh, you're just not used to having low numbers." When have I had a high number?
Never.
Even if I eat a piece of cake, I've never had a high glucose level. I've got common sense. If I eat something that's not the greatest thing for me, I have common sense not to eat anything else with it, except for protein. That would be the only thing I eat for like 12 hours. I have freaking common sense. In 22 years, I have never had a high glucose level. I don't have good high numbers. I know how to plan my food and balance my food. And during the day, I don't eat that much anyway. I'm eating today because I'm supposed to be trying to eat 3 meals a day. So I'm getting better at it. This guy has this video on TikTok where he eats like 30 or 40 of those cup of noodles. I don't know how. It's supposed to be 1 meal for him. I don't get it.
$30 or 40 cups of noodles? In one sitting?
Yeah, do you know how many carbs and how much salt is in that crap?
How can you eat 30 cups of... That's ridiculous.
I be thinking they're lying. I think they only film themselves when they start eating, and then at the end, but you never see the middle. I think they be lying.
That's like a whole thing in pot.
It's more than that.
Well, yeah, that's ridiculous.
I really do think they're lying. I don't think they'd be finishing it.
Yeah, I know.
Because I really don't. It's not humanly possible to eat that much food. This one lady, she had like 14 hot dogs.
Yeah, no.
She had 14 hot dogs. Something else. Just know why she ate it all. I think they were just doing that for
show.
more. Yeah, because it's like, oh, you're fat, then you have to eat this much.
No, you don't.
My calorie count yesterday, even with the few snacks I had, it was it's on my phone. 1,042 was yesterday.
That's not a lot.
And today, I probably will push 15 today.
Yeah, I mean, you don't ever eat a ton of food.
But I don't think they do either. I think they be lying.
Yeah.
Because the human body can't consume that much.
No.
I mean, it could if you train it to do it. But
right, but not, I mean, oof.
And just because you're fat doesn't mean your stomach is going to consume that much.
Right.
It really doesn't mean that. So I just don't think they do. I think they be lying. And I think they do it because you get the views and then people get the commenting, and then all of a sudden you got, a million people commenting on one grossly obese person. And I'm going to say grossly obese because I'm grossly obese. Grossly obese person. Eating enough food for freaking 80 kids. And I don't think anybody ate all that sodium. And if he did, that's foolish.
Yeah,
that is so foolish to eat all the sodium.
Oh,
if he
very
did.
much so. Because that's just...
You end up having a heart attack.
Yeah. And then some. What are you whining about, Bubba?
What's up, bub? Come here. Come here.
I gotta get it to him.
Come here.
What you creeping for, bub? Floor, he says. He won't take it out of your hand. He'll look at you and he'll look at, like in front of him, like, put it down, right there. Oh.
I need some more beads. I got a jar in there.
Jealousy is looking, is creeping. Oh, they just kissed.
Kelly got a plate of meat on this table.
Uh-huh.
She hasn't even finished.
Guess what?
I'm not worried about her finishing it though, because I think she's full.
He just left her a little piece.
He did not.
He did. She's eating it right now.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
He shared his food with her? Oh.
He left her a little piece.
That's so sweet, baby. If that was Bixby, that shit would...
It would have been gone.
In Bixby's stomach. And she'd be looking at you like, don't look at me while I'm eating.
Right.
Don't look at me while I'm eating.
He did. He left her. I mean, it was a little piece, but enough to share. No. But they did.
Look at her. She looking at her lips. Look at her. She said...
Yeah, that'd be nice to him.
Was that good? She has been nice to him.
I know. Well, they touched noses this morning when I came home. He went over to her and he put his head down and kind of rubbed on her, and they touched noses. And I was like, oh, they kissed. Diva. We talked about Diva yesterday at work.
Diva's bad.
Diva's bad.
Yeah, she was darking the door until you got home.
I'm sorry, girlie. But she didn't meet me.
Dressed, huh?
She didn't meet me at the door.
She was tired. You know how many times she got, not that I was watching the clock, but you know how many times she got out of the bed last night?
Oh, probably
go sit at the
5 or 6.
More than that.
Just saying.
She run to the door, run back at her, run back in the bed, make sure I'm still in the bed. I'm looking at her in the doorway. She's looking at me I'm looking at her in the doorway. She's looking at me in the bed. She's like, oh, you still there? I'm like, oh, you still running back in the door and in here? Oh, and then she run back.
Funny.
And of course, she never meows. She never meows.
No,
There's no sound.
She's a very quiet cat.
She's a sneak attacker.
She is. Every now and again she'll meow, but not
She
often.
talks to you.
Yeah.
She doesn't talk to me. I'm not giving you more chicken. We didn't eat the shredded chicken on the table. You see how you see her lick her lips.
Uh-huh.
She didn't eat the shredded chicken on the table.
Mm-hmm. No, she didn't.
You know why she thinks she don't get some chicken? I'm so damn stressed out. So they found movers to pack Mama up and move her
Good. When they doing that?
this weekend.
Oh, good. It's supposed to be
But
fairly...
they're only going to use her boxes. They don't want us to use them.
Oh, okay.
And Mama brought all those boxes of bins. Boxes and bins, and they don't want her to use hers. So we told her to take that stuff back. Because I thought she had to use her own. I was getting ready to order. You know how I ordered for us at the time when we moved? But they're doing a bougie way of moving. These people are going to pack everything for her, label everything for her, and label what's inside the bins and inside the boxes. And then they're going to move her. And then they're going to put the rest in storage for her. And if she ever needs something out of storage, she just has to send an email, tell them what she needs. And because they already have the bins labeled and numbered, they just go get it out the bin for her. I don't like that.
Me neither. So
Just give me my shit.
Right. So they're
Just
gonna
move my shit and give me my shit.
they're gonna be like boxes, not plastic bins.
They're using their own storage stuff.
Okay.
You would think I had like a whole bunch of noodles in here. I have this one serving of noodles.
I know.
This is one serving. I eat so slow. I just eat slow. Got one serving of noodles in here. And one serving of kale. But you would think I had a whole bunch of stuff. That's funny. But yeah, I'd much rather, if you store my stuff, I'm fine with that. Label my stuff, I'm fine with that. But I want to go to the storage unit and get my own stuff. I don't want you going through my stuff to bring me my stuff.
Exactly.
Bring me a bin. Because what if what's in the bin, I don't need the whole bin. I just need something out of it. And I don't want you to go through my stuff to bring me my stuff.
Right.
And also, I don't know how I feel about somebody packing. I mean, that means you touching my stuff.
Right.
People don't pack the way I pack. I clean as I pack. So, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Because what if, I mean, I'm sure nothing. Well, it's going to have dust on it and debris on it because she had a tornado and crap landed on it. But what if something's not in good condition? Are they going to try to patch it?
I don't know. They might put it to the side and ask her.
Hopefully she's there when they pack them for her. But that's going to give her anxiety. That's going to give her anxiety to be there and everybody's going through her stuff. And then she wants to pre-pack some stuff. And my sister's like, oh, she wants to pack her personal items. I said, what personal items? Like, well, she has personal. She's like, she's got personal items. I said, what? Oh, her underwear and bras and all that stuff. We pulled all that stuff already. I put those in separate bins, labeled it, and dropped off at Aunt Phyllis's house. I did that on a Sunday. So all her intimate clothes, I have all that out of the house. I pulled the jewelry that I could find. There could be more jewelry, but the jewelry I could find. I pulled that out, put it in the bin with her intimate clothes stuff. And then her lounge clothes that she wore around the house, I pulled all that stuff out, and that's in a different bin. And then I put prayer rugs, the Holy Quran, and something else I pulled out. Those are all in separate bins. I pulled the bins from the basement and I packed them up, took them to Aunt Phyllis' house. So she may have other stuff that I just don't know about.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident she has other valuables, but she may have like other jewelries and stuff that's in a different spots, like a safer spot. I don't know about that. I mean, that's private information.
All right.
I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, this weekend is supposed to be chilly, but not horrible, I don't think.
It said it's supposed to be good weather. That's why they're doing it on Saturday.
Wow, today's a
and
short
packing her and
day.
moving her. Me personally, I think it's good that she's using a company because they can bond and they can insure her property because she's had enough. She's had enough tragedy.
Oh yeah,
She don't need
definitely.
more accidents.
Yeah, no.
I remember what we went through. I said this already on a different video. When I got moved to our first house, Houston Boys moved me. Nothing got broken. I spend, to me, I think it's a lot of money, but I spent $6,000 to have. I think that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
To have them move us, and they broke 3 pieces of our furniture. Not in moving it, but broke it on a truck. How they packed it on the truck. And I already said this in the other video. That man was argumentative with me about how he wants to stack it. Because remember, I was like, start with the basement first. By the time we do the basement and do the second level, we'll be done with the closet on the third level. He's like, no, we're gonna start at the top. And I'm like, and I asked him not to do that, but he wanted to do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, they were.
And I've come to understand. I think they did it like that because that's chicken is in my tooth. They did it like that because I think they wanted to make sure they charged us for the extra hour. Because we got charged for an extra hour. I don't remember how much. I remember it was between $6,000 and $7,000. I think. I don't remember like the exact number.
I don't know. It was really expensive.
But I don't know if it was too. I don't think it was too. I think it was too expensive for the lack of care.
Yeah,
for the lack of resources and lack of care.
And even now, like we find stuff that's like, oh hey,
because he wanted to argue me where they put this up.
Like they broke my hutch,
right? And they didn't. Right, and they broke my. Remember, I had to throw that table away because they broke it. They broke 3 pieces of our furniture.
Lost one of the shelves from my bookcase downstairs.
So
I mean, it's just like, come on, guys.
They did a lot. And it's to the point it was one that we were going through. I was going through a lot. She was going through a lot. I was working a lot during that time period too. So I didn't have time to argue. Just get the shit in my house and let me go through it and put it up. And then they took some of the shit in the basement that was supposed to come up here because they weren't reading the labels on on the outside. I had labeled the outside like what floor it goes to, what room it goes to. They didn't read the outside of the beds and boxes. They just started throwing shit everywhere. Well, they threw it everywhere. It was that one guy, the one that kept complaining that he had a hangover.
Yeah.
It was him. He kept not following the instructions.
Oh, hell, I guess I should get up moving around. I guess I should get up moving around. I gotta do litter.
You would think I put like 2 things in it. It's only 1.
I know. It expands.
This much?
Yeah.
I put more kale than I put noodles in her. It don't look like it. Because the kale was like heaping over in the bowl.
I want to show a pimple right there. It itches.
It itches.
It does, right there. What's up, Bougie?
He's fine.
Come here, Jaws. All I see is his tail.
Hey. Hey. He's so whiny.
He is.
All he does is whine.
He wants attention.
I have never seen a cat whine as much as some of them. I don't even think cats exist that whine as much as he whines.
Oh, hi, Bubba. Well, he's like, this is our mom and I's love time usually, and we're throwing it off.
Yeah, but he whines so. Do not.
Do not what?
You know what he was about to do.
Jump up here?
You know what he wanted. Her shredded meat that he's not going to eat.
You're not eating her shredded meat, dude.
You're not going to eat it anyway. When he gets up there, he'll just play with it.
Come here, bub.
And he's had too many snacks today. He's had 3 snacks. He's done.
Oh, you've had too many snacks? Yeah, we don't want you to get sick.
He's done.
Those are Bubba's.
It's bad enough I'm fat. My cats don't need to be fat too. Shit.
Stubbies. Come here, my man. Hello, dude.
It's taking me forever. This chicken is dry, girl. This is why I don't make pre-roast. This is why I buy pre-roasted chicken.
It dries out.
No, they make it dry.
Yeah.
The white meat be so dry. He's laying down behind you.
Okay.
He's so extra. I'm just rambling. Y'all, we done with this conversation. I'm going to say deuces. It's been 30 minutes. Deuces, and have a good day. Hopefully you get a break and you can have a meal, have a lunch break. Chew down. Let you chew your food, let it swallow, and let it digest. Hopefully you get to do all that. Deuces.
And we'll see you on the flip side. Like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Bye, guys.